going on? It's Friday night. Friday night fight. Let me share a big pot that I play on a Friday night and see what you think. See if I play this any better. So here we are. It's actually going to be my last hand of the night before I head out, which is always an interesting hand, isn't it? I mean, nobody knows that. So a little bit about the players involved. This is me, ace king under the gun. And my opponent is going to be the button. We're playing 5-handed, 6 max, 25-cent 50 on America's Cardroom. So let's see how the action unfolds. So I make a standard raise to $1.50, and right away the action gets 3-bet by the button. Now the thing is, I don't have a lot of hands on this guy here. I've only played 41 hands with him, but he's already been super active in those 41 hands. You can see from the cutoff, he's already 3-bet once. From the button, he's 3-bet twice. From the small blind, he's 3-bet twice, and from the big blind, he's 3-bet twice. So he's already 3-bet about 10 times or 11 times out of 41 hands. I mean, that's a lot of 3-bets. So this is wide, obviously. Okay, he doesn't have a 3-betting hand 25% of the time, so obviously my hand's ahead. So I'm gonna make it a 4-bet here. You know, if he's gonna 3-bet with a lot of his garbage, and I got a hand like ace king, I'm gonna try to get as much value from ace king as I can. And I 3x it, and the button calls. And I wasn't surprised, totally surprised by this call. You know, but when he calls, I got to start questioning, well, what kind of hands is he going to call with? Obviously, he's 3-betting a lot. He's going to call, I would assume, at the top of his range, right? I'm going to assume that. I have to assume that he's going to do that. So when I'm looking at his stats here on the flop now, okay, he calls C-bets 100% of the time in position. I've got him 3 for 3. He C-bets all the time. So if I check, he's going to bet. If I bet, he's going to call. So it's one of those situations. Well, what's the best to do? So one thing I've been trying to do, what I want to do, is I'm going to bet, 2 or 3 times here. Now, since the 4-bet pot, the pot's already going to be pretty big. Okay, so the pot's already got $27 in there. We both started hand fairly deep for 25, 50 cents. So he's got to have a real hand to call. So I'm going to bet half the pot with the intention of barreling, especially depending on what comes out. All right, so I bet. What kind of hands do I expect him to have, right? Okay, pocket queens, he's going to raise, I'm assuming. Okay, he could have ace queen, although I eliminate one of his aces. He could have pocket jacks, pocket kings, but that's not as likely because, again, I got ace king. Pocket aces is possible. I'm going to think he's probably going to raise a lot of those. King queens, unlikely again, but could be, not sure. But I'm thinking big hands. I think he's got jacks, tens, queens, obviously all the big pairs. Maybe ace queen at the worst, which I want to try to get him off of. If he does, he makes the call. Okay, so when he calls there, obviously he's got some kind of pair. Okay, jacks. Again, I don't think it's queens. I think with 2 diamonds out there, he's gonna make a raise with queens, and try to play. A 3 is an interesting card to me. Gives me a 4 as a gut shot. All right, and I got my ace. So if he's got a hand like pocket kings, let's say, he's not going to fold it, obviously, but I have 7 outs if he's got pocket kings. If he's got ace queen, same thing. I still got the same amount of outs, 7 outs. So I got 7 outs if he's got ace queen, pocket kings. If he's got pocket aces, I'm dead. I don't think he's got aces at this point. Could. If he's got pocket jacks, or pocket tens, let's say, maybe even 9s. I don't think he's got 9s. Let's just say he's got pocket jacks. I think I get him off it, right? I'm gonna get him off his jacks, off his tens. I just don't know what to do. I mean, can I check give up this hand with 7 outs? I don't think so. All right, so I rip it. And he calls. Bricks out. All right. And he ends up with pocket kings. So it's a tough hand. Not sure what I should have, if I should have played this any differently. I don't really feel like I should have. I think this is just one of those hands where a lot of times I'm going to take it down. A lot of times he's going to have to give up, and I'm going to take it down. The question is, what percent of the time does he have a different kind of hand that my bet wins? So I'll probably have to play around with that. So let me know what you guys think. It's a tough hand to end the night on, losing a $150 pot. So Friday night fights. Gotta love it.